Here we go. Welcome, guys. We'll wait for a few people to get on here. Looks like we only have one so far. Two so far. If you're jumping on here, leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know where you are too. I'm in Miami right now, based out of downtown Miami. Looks like we got 6. We'll get started when we get 10 people in here. Yeah, looks like we got 6 people in here. This watch is brand new, guys, and I don't know how familiar everybody is with the brand, but Carl F. Bucherer is a legend if you're into luxury watches and you're into history. This has a real history here. All right, let's get into it. So, this is the Carl F. Bucherer Manero Flyback. We have a blue dial. This is 43 millimeters. This is brand new, never worn, box and papers. And right now, somebody in this live is about to acquire it for a price that frankly shouldn't be possible, because this is brand new and the retail on this before tax is, I believe, 7,700. So if you were to buy this, from a store brand new, you'll be in it for over $8,000. And currently we are sitting at $2,800 on, like I said, it's a watch that retails for significantly more. There's no reserve on this. I believe this was going for 5 days, so no reserve, and that means someone is going home with it in the next 16 minutes. So whatever it sells for, it sells for. Now let me tell you something about this name, because Carl F. Bucherer is not a brand that was invented by a marketing team. This is a real family. They have a real legacy. Started in 1888. You have Carl Bucherer and his wife, Louise, I think it was. They opened up their first watch boutique in Switzerland. So you picture that. It's nestled in the Alps, where royalty and artists kind of came to find beauty and inspiration. And that is kind of where this story begins for them. There's a lot of history. His sons followed him into the craft. One became a watchmaker. I think the other was a goldsmith. And that union of technical mastery and artistic beauty, you could call it, that is the DNA of every single Carl F. Bucherer watch ever made. You have over a century of tradition, and it's sitting right here. And here's a detail that tells you everything about the pedigree of this house. In 1924, it was the Bucherer family that partnered with a unknown watchmaker at that time named Hans Wilsdorf, and that watchmaker's brand, that's Rolex. So if you know, you know. The Bucherer name was trusted before Rolex was a household. So let's get into this actual specific watch, because the details do matter. What you're looking at is the Manero Flyback. You have a blue sunburst dial, stainless steel case and bracelet, full links, of course, since this is brand new, 43 millimeters. It's substantial on the wrist, definitely has commanding presence, and inside you have the CFB 1970 movement. Let me show you kind of what that looks like. Unfortunately, on this Grailsy live stream, can't really zoom in, but hopefully I'll be able to show you, yeah, a good angle. this beautiful case back. I wish I could zoom in, but you can go check out the pictures on this listing. The case back is very beautiful. So you have 29 jewels on this, automatic winding, 42-hour power reserve, I believe, sapphire crystal, of course, on the front and on the back, so you can see straight through to the movement on the back. But the complication that makes this watch special, the reason it carries the name Flyback is, this, most of you know, but most chronographs require 3 button presses to time a second interval, and I'll kind of show you how that is. So if we wind this, so it hasn't even been wound, nice and smooth wind, of course, since it's brand new. So if we wind this, give it a little shake, and now you can see, I'll show you with the tool, now you can see the seconds hand moving, which is right here on the 9 sub dial. And so if we generally want to use most chronographs, what are you going to do? Well, you press this top button, and that starts it. And if you want to start, stop, and reset it, all you're going to do is you're usually, on most, you're going to press this top button again, and then you can reset it at the bottom, right? Now, what makes this watch different, and what makes it a Flyback is you can actually just press this bottom button, and it's going to reset it to 0 and restart again. Just like that. Very cool. So the hand kind of flies back to 0 and immediately begins counting again. And that's not just a feature. That's kind of the way they've started in the watch industry and kind of how they made their mark. That is kind of that's the kind of mechanism that pilots and navigators relied on when precision was the difference between, making it and not. So this watch has a Flyback chronograph. It has a date complication, which you can see down at the 6, and it has the small seconds hand on the 9, as I was saying, and it does all of this under this blue sunburst dial, which is really beautiful. Photographs really well in the sun, depending on the angle you are. It really looks different depending on the light. Very cool, very classic. You could wear this with anything. Also with this, I want to be clear about, because I'm not sure if it was this one or, let's see, someone has a question. Do we know the year since it's new? Also, do you know where extra links can be purchased? Well, I've purchased this directly from a authorized dealer, and because of that, there is no date on this card. So, I mean, you could say the purchase date was like last month when I got it technically, but also there's no date on it. So it's whatever you want it to be. Somebody asked yesterday, I believe, what the wrist size is. This goes to about a 7.75 wrist. And that's what they say. I think it could go to 8, but it also depends on how tight you wear your watches. So right now, I'm actually wearing a rubber band, Hublot, and I like my watches tight. So if I have a 7, I think I have a 7.25 wrist, I'm on, one of the middle or close to one of the smaller holes on the Hublot. With this, it kind of depends on your wrist size. If you have an 8-inch wrist and you like your watches tight, then if you like your watch tight like me, you're probably going to be fine. If you want a little more room and you purchase this, we'll have each other's contact information, and I can actually find you another link. I'm not going to charge you more than it's worth. They're fairly cheap. I can get one for you. It's not a problem. And let me see if I can find quickly how much those go for. They're not much. They're not like a lot of other brands where they're going to charge you, 300 bucks for a link. So if you do need extras, I can definitely help you get that. Shouldn't be a problem at all. But yeah, this watch is brand new. Hasn't been on a wrist. At least it hasn't been on my wrist. Maybe someone tried it on in the store. The bracelet links have never been adjusted, so it's completely full here. Box and papers do matter, by the way, because they kind of matter for insurance. They matter for resale if you ever want to sell this down the road. They matter for the person who, one day receives this as a gift. They want to know exactly what they have. And it looks like we are down to the last 8 minutes. And have kind of a funky number. 3121 is where we are right now. Let me put that into perspective for you. This is Swiss made. It's an automatic movement. You have a Flyback chronograph, sapphire caseback, a name that has been synonymous with Swiss horology since, before your grandfather was born. And this is a brand new piece, $7,700 MSRP. So somebody is definitely getting a great deal tonight. And that's fine. We don't, as dealers, we don't make money on every deal, but it is what it is. This is fun, and I'm just happy to kind of see this in person. And I do just like getting watches and learning about them and looking at them, and it's fun. So got the next bid we are at 3221 and then 3321. And while some questions are coming in maybe last minute, watch is obviously on camera. Here's the flyback function again. Again, it's just going to start. It's just going to stop, go back to 0, and restart just like that. And the sub dial as well goes back to the 0. Open case back. I wish I could do this more justice and zoom in, but unfortunately can't zoom in on this stream. And some people have wondered too, this is an in-house caliber. An in-house caliber for under $5,000, under $4,000, whatever this is going to go for. Even an in-house caliber for full MSRP $7,700 is really a great deal. It's a lot of watch for the money. Yeah, this is in-house. It's not an ETA that they bought off of another manufacturer. Bucherer engineers this movement themselves. What I like about this is, especially with this bracelet, you can do anything with it. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Obviously, if you're wearing a suit or a nice jacket, it looks pretty good. But also, if you're just wearing a t-shirt and jeans, or even if you're in Miami in workout clothes, like this looks great with just black shorts and a white t-shirt. It looks good. You can't go wrong with this. We're at 34:29, and we have a little over 4 minutes to go. We're in the final stretch. This watch, it's a big piece of Swiss heritage. It's going to go home tonight to somebody, and somebody's going to be very happy with this. I don't know anyone who's bought a Bucherer who is not happy with it. Like, this thing is very beautiful, especially for the money. 138 years of craftsmanship, a flyback chronograph that pilots trust, a blue dial that's very beautiful, brand new, never worn. I guess this is it's a little late to talk about this, but it is important. You have, you know, the warranty with this, but I do want to hit home that anybody who buys a watch from me, whether it be, you know, from Risk Game Miami direct or here on Grailsy, you become a client of mine. And let's say you get this Bucherer and 5, 10 years from now, there's an issue with it. I don't just fix it for you and, you know, charge you what everybody else charges. I fix your watches at cost. I have a lot of watchmakers that I'm connected with here in Miami, and whatever it is that they charge me, I just put it on you, and it's a lot cheaper. And that doesn't just go for the Bucherer you buy, that goes for any piece you have. So let's say you buy this Bucherer and you have an Hublot. I'm pretty well known for fixing people's Hublots. You have an Hublot that goes wrong. Well, if you send it into Hublot, it's probably going to be a couple grand, and a lot of watchmakers don't even want to touch Hublot because they are complicated. With me, a full service with a lot of Hublots is like $300, and the rest of your collection is included with that. I want to take care of you guys, so anything you need, you know, I'm here for you. It's not just about a watch, it's a good relationship, and I hope people value that, which so far they really do. So we started the auction today at about 2,800, and now we're at 3429. We're in the final 2 minutes, so let's see where it ends. It's up to you guys. Somebody's going home with this. Any other questions, let me know. Very cool piece. And I'm usually a rubber strap kind of guy just because I am in Miami and it's always hot here. But if I have a bracelet that's comfortable like this, I do like wearing it as well. So I might save one of these. I probably will save one of these for myself in the future. Very cool. We can also stop, reset here. Down to the last minute, and we got another bid in. We're at 36.29 now. So that adds another minute to the clock. We're down to the last minute again, 37.29. Again, this is 43 millimeters. It's a new watch, so this has an MSRP of $7,700. So right now, you're getting this watch brand new for $4,000 off MSRP. Very, very cool. Glad I could be here for you guys. Somebody in the room is getting this, and we're down to the last 20 seconds. If you've been thinking about it, here's the time. Oh, we got a 38.29. Again, this brand has, I don't know if there's another brand that has so much heritage and you can still get it at a great price. Like this started in 1888. Still have the original shops today. Very cool. We're at 39.29. Bucherer partnered with Hans Wilsdorf in about 1924, and you know that brand as Rolex. Rolex, the brand name, you would think it would be called Wilsdorf, but he just wanted something that sounded good and could be pronounced the same in every country. Very smart. Most people would say and argue that the Bucherer name was trusted before Rolex was ever a household word. So Bucherer should take a lot of credit. We're at 4100 now. Got another minute added to the clock. Again, what you're getting is a 43 millimeter. You have a 29 jewel automatic winding CFB 1970 movement. That is an in-house movement, not an ETA. Most watches under 10 grand are some sort of cheap ETA or something else. This is completely in-house. 4200 now. We have a great flyback. This is the Manero. This is the flagship model for Bucherer. I think that everyone should have one in their collection. And are we landing here? Looks like we're in the last 5 seconds. There we go. So if you won, we'll be keeping in touch with you. If you didn't win, I hope you can win the next one. I hope you can add a Bucherer to your collection. I'm Brad with Wrist Game Miami, based in Miami, and I hope I will see you guys on another one soon.